Hi, and welcome to our training, Apps for Independence for Children and Young People with Vision Impairments. I'm Julie Everson-Williams, Teacher of Vision Impairment for Peterborough City Council. Using apps can be very important for children's self-esteem and confidence as they become more independent and will have a direct impact on their emotional well-being. Apps can help children have access to the curriculum and the environment, the ability to travel freely and confidently and safely, enable them to have access to their local community and be prepared for the world of work. There are many apps out there and I won't be able to go through all of them that might be useful, but this will give you a little insight into apps which people with vision impairments have recommended to me and found useful, and it will give you an idea of what's out there to help people to have access to the environment, the community, and to their lessons. So accessing text, first of all, Audible is an audiobook service brought to you by Amazon. It has lots of the bestsellers, classics, non-fiction and much more, and they're professionally narrated by actors. The app is free, but membership to the service is charged at a monthly subscription. The Kindle is a fully accessible app which enables you to turn your iPhone or iPad into a Kindle and can carry all your ebooks with you. As you can imagine, especially if you're using Braille, books can be very, very large and cumbersome, as they can be in large print too. The ebooks that you purchase will automatically appear in your app, and you can select and download books directly. MDEV Reader is a free app for the iPad or Android tablets, which has been developed to help people with a central vision loss. It presents text from ebooks in a scrolling stream across the screen in a similar way to a news sticker or a display board on a train. The line of text scrolls horizontally from left to right, and the reader aims to hold their gaze away from the line to view it with their best region of vision. A trackpad is used to control the speed of the text. Dolphin Easy Reader converts text into a more accessible format. You can change colours and font size to suit the individual needs. It's compatible with RNIB Bookshare, so you can more easily access the books you have downloaded. Textbooks such as maths and science will still need adapting and modifying by staff, however. Seeing AI is an app that can be used to read PDF documents. It's screen reading software, and most screen reading software really struggles with PDFs, so this is an invaluable tool. It can also read handwriting. It can provide audio guidance to capture a printed page. The magnifying glass with light is an app that enables the user to very simply magnify texts or objects up to 10 times. You can have the light on or off and simply tap to focus. It's great for someone with a low-level vision impairment for things like reading menus or receipts. The simple feature also works well with VoiceOver, and you may wish to watch our training module using iPads in class for further information about VoiceOver. Although Siri is not an app as such, I thought it was sensible to put it into this presentation as it's an invaluable tool for independence. The link on the screen is to show you all the different things that Siri can do, but examples are you can tell it to call, text, set timers, make notes, make a shopping list, put things in your calendar. You can ask questions like where is the nearest post office, and then when it gives the answer it will ask would you like directions. The equivalent for Android is Google Now, and although I've used Google Now far less, it's worth having a play around with to find out what both of these things can do, both Google Now and Siri. And if you have an Alexa, obviously a very similar device which can help people become more independent. Seeing AI is an invaluable app as it can narrate the world around you. You can take a photo and the app will describe what's in the picture, people, text, objects, and this app comes highly recommended by a huge number of people with a wide variety of vision impairments. Other apps which help students to access the environment are TapTapSee, which uses the phone's camera and voiceover functions to photograph objects and identify them. You double tap on the device's screen to photograph any 2 or 3 dimensional object, and the app will analyse the image and give you a description. Aopoly Vision is an object and colour recogniser that uses artificial intelligence to help people with a vision impairment understand their surroundings. It has a variety of different toggle settings, such as food and drink or plants and animals. Some of these are only available with subscription. With all recognition software, you have to allow for a margin of error, and some responses can be quite amusing, especially if you use facial recognition and the app guesses the age of the person. I have tried to include here the ones that come highly recommended, but I do not know of any app that is 100% accurate, and it can be a question of personal taste as to which one is used. Hopefully this training will give you an indication of what is out there and you can investigate further. I am also aware that progress in technology is rapid and new apps are coming onto the market all the time. This slide is a quote from Robin Spinks, who works as RNIB's Senior Innovation and Technology Relationships Manager. It explains the importance of the app Seeing AI in his daily life. I will read it out as I realise there is a lot of text on one page. I was born with albinism and have had low vision all of my life. Technology plays a crucial role in helping me be as independent as possible. My 3-year-old son Tig and I recently visited Edinburgh Zoo. Like Tig, I was eager to enjoy the visit, but I was also mindful of how visual a visit to the zoo can be. Daddy, what's that animal called? To me it looked like a spiky black blob. Thanks to Microsoft's Seeing AI app, I was able to find out the blob was in fact a Visayan warty pig. Seeing AI accompanied us for the rest of the day, helping us both learn about all the animals, their habitats, feeding regimes and sustainability. We even had a whole conversation about the meaning of endangered species. Yes, he's only 3 years old. Feeling independent is a wonderful thing. Knowing that technology can enable shared experiences and lower the barriers posed by sight loss is even more powerful. It motivates you to go further. Aim higher and pursue your passions. I can think of many helpful apps that I wouldn't want to be without, but I can't think of another that's had a bigger positive impact. Quite simply, it's a game changer. Blind Square is not a free app. It's an accessible GPS app which describes the environment, announces points of interest, streets and other specified points as you travel. The most important Blind Square functions can be accessed through an audio menu via any headset or speaker that supports Apple's music controller. Once Blind Square has determined your location using your phone's GPS, it will look up information about your surroundings. For example, you could use it to find restaurants within a 200-metre radius or to find the nearest post office or library. Be Specular has a tagline, "Let blind people see through your eyes." The app matches sighted volunteers with users with a vision impairment. You take a photo of the thing that you need help with and attach a voice message which is sent to a community of volunteers called Sightlings. Within minutes, the user receives a reply and then rates out of 5 stars the helpfulness of the volunteer. This app is great because you get a description from a real human being. It's very accessible and it's quick. Be My Eyes is a similar app in that it matches people with vision impairments to sighted volunteers. The difference is that you are connected through a live video connection and the sighted volunteer can tell the user what they can see when the user points their phone at something using the rear-facing camera. There's a video link below to show you what Be My Eyes looks like in action. Other useful apps for accessing the environment are ATM Finder which was developed by the Thomas Pocklington Trust to help you find ATMs more easily. It's GPS enabled, and you have audio assistance so that you can find the nearest ATM, and also it shows you which banks might be wheelchair accessible. Able Road connects people with accessible businesses and allows you to rate and review them. It reviews hotels, restaurants, shops, theatres and other venues, giving details of their level of accessibility for people with sensory and physical disabilities. It uses your phone's GPS to show businesses in your location. Colour Identifier uses the camera on your phone or tablet to identify and speak the names of colours in real time. It's an augmented reality app that helps you discover the colours around you. There are many free apps that do this, so have a play if you don't like this one, and try one of the others such as Aid Colours, Colourvisor and Aeopoly Vision. Access Able lets you know how accessible a venue is. For example, is there blue badge parking and accessible toilets? Move It is an app recommended by the RNIB for using maps, timetables for public transport, for trains, tubes, buses, ferries and even Uber taxis. There is a link on the screen which tells you more about the Move It app. Station Alert UK is a useful app for those using the train. You can make sure that you never miss your stop by selecting favourite stations and then setting alerts for a certain distance from that station, so you can sit back and relax and know that you won't miss your stop. Google Maps, most of you will know, is really useful directions and navigation. This slide just has a couple of links to websites which you might find useful. I've included my contact details here and the contact details of Emma Green, who is the other teacher of vision impairment for Peterborough City Council. If you have any questions about anything that you've seen in this presentation, please don't hesitate to ask.